What is up YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video I'm going to share with you a few of my concerns. I'm hoping by making this video the devs can see it and maybe make a few changes. That's why this video is titled, Playdom, We Have a Problem. First, I'm trying out the rectifier and two pieces of the 40th Century Man set. They do go very well with Kang, but there is a major weakness, and we're going to see that throughout this video. Now the weakness that I'm talking about involves obsolete tech, and okay, it's fine that it does affect those set items, but the fact that it completely shuts down Kang, a one-man army and 2/3 of your team, well, that just needs addressed. Like I saw someone say, hey, if it's from the 40th century, there's no way it can be obsolete. But I don't know, the fact that every single one of his attacks is tech, it just ends up being a real killer. Maybe they could fast track an E-ISO form and make him immune to obsolete tech, or at the very least make it only last for one action. But this video isn't going to be all about the Mystic or obsolete tech. There's a lot more to it that warrant its own video. Another major concern of mine is the fact that Time Stream Burst is supposed to be temporal, meaning it does not trigger protect effects, but yet when I use it on a team that has Groot, he takes the AoE attack all by himself. That's a real match breaker right there. So that's why I'm making this, and I'm hoping that they fix Kang or fix Temporal or whatever the problem is, because I do like Kang and I don't want him to just sit unused. I really would hate for such an interesting character to be pushed to the side and basically forgotten. Now just to illustrate one of my biggest concerns with using this character, the enemy agent just happened to hit him with the Mystic. So now what can we do with this character? Well, we can use out of time or back in time. That's absolutely it. What this means is we'll have to pass both of his turns, and then the enemy team's going to get 2 turns in a row. Now in order to kind of speed things up and move along, I'm going to increase the speed of the fight. That way I can still show the entire match, and we'll move on to the next problem. In the meantime, my agent is taken out, and then the enemy agent uses the Mystic once again. So what's going to happen? Well, we have to pass 2 more turns with Kang. And this of course is going to lead to a loss. So this is what happened on offense. I couldn't even imagine what would happen to Kang on defense. Since the Mystic has no cooldown, all you'd have to do is use that every single round. Then Kang the Conqueror wouldn't get a single attack. That is, unless you could remove the debuff. But still, that's pretty bad that 2/3 of your team would be shut down that easily. Now in this next match, of course there's another Mystic, but that's not the focus of this one. It is a funny coincidence though, I have to admit. For this one I want to focus on proc rates for passives or certain abilities. In a recent Kang video, we saw how Moonstone's psychological manipulation was going off over and over, and many of those debuffs can easily be game changing. Now I know this is part of the game, but I don't know about you, but I don't like PvP matches to be entirely decided by random proc rates. Now I know this could already be argued, and I don't want to get into a major debate, so what I'm going to do is try to focus it in on a few effects, and they happen to be some of the most unfair procs in the game. By that I mean they're completely overpowered, especially if they proc too much in one fight. We just saw one of those abilities, and that's Vigilance. This gives Heimdall Eternal Vigilant, in other words a chance to prevent enemy attacks. Sure, it's a really cool effect, and it's not that bad if it goes off every once in a while. But just watch this, it's absolutely out of control. First we use the Light Fantastic, not an attack, but apparently he does try to interrupt it. So then we try to attack, he gets the proc. We try again, he gets another proc. So now that it's Kang's turn, we'll use his first attack, and surely enough it's interrupted. Hopefully you're keeping score at home. We're going to try our second attack, and of course Vigilance stops it again. Okay, so we are going to fast forward once again, that way we can try to get through the entire fight. I can tell you that things don't get a whole lot better from here, but I will let it play out. Soon my agent will be knocked out of this fight, and then it will just be Kang remaining. So spoiler alert, we are going to lose this one, and it's not that I mind losing, but I do mind getting hit with Vigilance over and over again. Not to mention, by the way, they do try to use the Mystic, but we did dodge that attempt. So now I figured let's go ahead and use a Chrono Shield. And watch this, it says interrupted. Okay, well let's shrug that off and go ahead and use a Time Stream Burst. Oh, guess what? That's going to be interrupted as well. Now I know the chrono shield part didn't really matter, but that time stream burst really hurt. That's basically when I said I have to make this video, because something seriously needs done. Oh, and just to top things off, this time we do get hit with the Mystic, and so we have to pass both of our actions. At this point I only kept recording because of the video. Also, this fight is going to go on for quite a while, mainly because Kang goes on an avoidance streak. He's tough, don't get me wrong, there just needs to be a few changes. And as far as Heimdall, well, I guess everyone should use him on offense and defense, and maybe even use She-Hulk's ISO. I mean the one that can be bought in the store, because if it's going to proc like this, well then there's no beating it. As for this match, we're going to keep speeding it along, and then eventually we do lose. By this point I was hoping that we died. I mean, I felt like it would be a mercy killing, but Kang just keeps ticking and keeps living. Unfortunately, he ends up missing a lot as well. And then oddly, towards the end of this one, he does get to attack, and you see a huge time stream displacement bomb go off on their agent. So hey, I guess that was sort of a victory, but still, this one's going to end very soon. And like I said, I just hope the devs see it and make some changes. Until then, Playdom, we have a problem. Thank you everyone for watching, and please feel free to share your concerns or your suggestions in the comment section below. Also, please leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, good luck and take care.